Hi, I'm Dan from Hytera UK and welcome to Hytera Product Focus. This is a series of videos where we look at a range of radios, applications, solutions and accessories from Hytera. Today we'll be looking at the PD4 series, which is a range of radios from our digital migration series. Let's start by having a look at the different variants of the PD4 series. So here are the two variants of the PD4 series. On the right I have the PD405 and on the left I have the PD415. We'll go into some of the differences of the PD405 and 415 shortly, but for now just be aware that there are both UHF and VHF versions available of this radio. For the PD415, that is 136 to 174 on VHF. It's 400 to 470 on UHF, and there is also a UHF2 version available, which is 450 MHz to 520 MHz. On the 405, there are similar frequencies. VHF is 136 to 174, UHF is 400 to 470, but there is no UHF2 band available. Please make sure you select the correct UHF or VHF radio based on the frequencies that you have available. Let's look at the key features of the PD4 series. In front of me here I have the PD405. As you can see, this looks like a traditional radio, but it's actually thinner, smaller and lighter than a traditional analog radio. The PD405 weighs in at 270 grams and the PD415 weighs in at 280 grams. When we come to look at robustness and IP rating, the PD405 I have here in my hand has an IP55 rating, with the PD415 offering IP54 for dust and liquid ingression. If we come to talk about the battery life, with the standard BL1504 battery, the radio has an incredible 16 hours battery life approximately in digital mode, working on a 5-5-90 principle. This is 5% of the time transmitting, 5% of the time receiving, and 90% of the time idle. Perhaps the most critical feature on the PD4 series is the fact that it is a perfect migration radio, maybe more than any other DMR radio on the market today. Not only can you have digital and analog channels within the radio itself, which can be adjusted by changing the channel on the radio, you can actually have analog and digital in mixed mode on the same channel. This means that if an analog signal is received or if a digital radio is received, a digital signal is received, the radio will reply in kind within a set period of time. Another exceedingly useful feature on the PD415 only is the RFID reader, which can be used in conjunction with patrol points, patrol tags and Hytera Patrol software, which we'll cover in a future video. There are various ways you can set up your PD405 or 415 radios, as there are several programmable keys to allow you to do different things based on your requirements. But let's have a look at a typical setup and how you might use your PD4 series. On the right hand side here you can see the on-off volume control knob. If I turn that, you can hear the click and now the radio is on. Once the radio is on, I can adjust the volume up and down, and then I can turn it back, and with that click you can hear the radio go off. On the opposite side you have the channel change knob. This allows you to select which channel you're on based on whether it's analog, digital or mixed channel. As you'd expect on your radio, there is then a robust push to talk button which enables you to make group calls for as long as the push to talk button is held down. We then have on the PD415 and 405 two programmable keys which can be set up by your point of purchase to do a variety of functions such as turning scan on and off, changing from low to high power, or if used in conjunction with the patrol solution from Hytera, can be used to resend information and upload information and various other features which we'll cover in another video. Lastly, we have an accessory port here which allows us to connect in a range of Hytera audio accessories and remote speaker mics. We're now going to have a quick look at what you get in the box when you purchase a PD405 or PD415 radio. In this case we're looking at the PD415. So first and foremost I get the radio transceiver itself, which then comes obviously with the antenna, which very simply and easily just screws into the top. As standard, I get a BL1504 battery, which is a 1600 milliamp hour lithium ion battery with it. This again slots nicely into the back and you can hear it clip on just there, and that is my radio. In terms of carrying options, I get this belt clip which literally just screws into the back of the radio like so, and allows you to attach the radio to your belt or to your dress, you know, to your trousers, to wherever you're going to attach the radio onto to carry it around. I then have a wrist strap, as the radio is light enough to be carried around your wrist. In terms of charging, it comes as standard with a single-way charger. This can, however, be removed and a 6-way charging option added, which we'll get to later on in this video. As you can see here, we have the UK plug, which plugs into the back of the single-way charger. This single-way charger can be used for various other Hytera radios, including the PD5 series, PD6 series, PD7 series, and the PD7 EX ATEX series as well. It's just something worth keeping in mind. You can also buy a variety of other plugs for the European market, US market, Asian market, etc. Lastly, we get a couple of documents, the owner's manual, which I have in front of me here, and a short declaration of conformity from Hytera. As well as the range of accessories that you can get with your PD4 or PD5 series radio, Hytera offer a range of extra accessories that you can buy based on your requirements. These include charging accessories, carrying accessories, audio accessories, and more. Now these accessories, unless otherwise stated, are applicable to the PD405, PD415, PD505LF, PD505 and PD565. Firstly, you'll have seen the single-way charging unit in the previous videos for the PD4 and PD5 series. Now we're going to look at the 6-way rapid rate option. This is the MCA08 6-way charger, which, as the name suggests, allows for 6 radios to be charged at once. Not included in with this at the moment is the power supply. That does come in the box in the UK when you purchase this, but I'm not showing it at this point in time. So that's the power supply, and the plug come with this as well. If you're taking your radio out and about in a vehicle and you wish to have your single-way charger in the vehicle, you can use this, which is the CHV09, and this plugs into your single-way charger for your 505, 565, 505LF, PD405 and PD415 radios. As previously mentioned, as well as the standard BL1504 lithium-ion battery, you can purchase the BL2010 lithium-ion battery, which is a 2000 milliamp hour lithium-ion battery. As opposed to the 16 hours on 95.5 battery life that you get with the standard BL1504 battery, with a BL2010 you can get between 20 and 22 hours battery life, depending on which variant of the PD4 or PD5 series you're using. So make sure to upgrade to this if you are working longer shifts or have multiple users using the same radio and need to last up to 20-22 hours. Next, we're going to be talking about another carrying option. There are various other carrying options, but here is the nylon carrying case with a shoulder strap. This is the NCN011 and is perfect for those of you who want to have something that encompasses the radio itself and allows you to carry it around in a little bit more stylish way than just a standard belt clip. Next, we'll focus on the audio accessories. With the ACM01 mic and push-to-talk part, you have full flexibility with regards to the earpiece you choose. The mic and PTT part itself simply clips onto your shirt, your blouse, your t-shirt or your workwear, and allows you to use the push-to-talk button here on this side as if you were using the push-to-talk button on the radio itself, and speaking to the mic on the top of the push-to-talk and mic part. The jack can then be used to connect a variety of Hytera receive-only earpieces in. These include the EH01 C-shaped earpiece, the EH02 swivel earpiece, which looks and acts a lot like a D-shaped earpiece, We then have the ES01 earbud receive-only earpiece. And last but not least, we have our ever popular ES02 acoustic tube earpiece. Lastly, for all of these radios, we do have several speaker mics available. This is the most popular. It is the SM13M1 remote speaker microphone. As you can see, there's a clear push to talk there on the side. And that's perfect for just attaching to your blouse or your shirt or to your trousers, to wherever. The last thing I'm going to go through in this PD4 series video is talking about some of the areas, some of the vertical markets that we've seen the PD4 series really come into its own in the UK based on our users' feedback. The main feedback we've had so far is that if you don't require a radio that's going to be used in a particularly harsh environment, you don't require any trunking functionality, you don't require any integration, then if you just want a push-to-talk device that gives you clear audio, that it remains robust and is flexible as well, then the PD4 series really is the radio for you, almost across any vertical sector, be it utilities, manufacturing, hospitality, etc., etc. The PD415, thanks to its RFID functionality, however, works really well in both security industries, for cleaners, for the service industry, because when used in conjunction with our patrol software, our patrol points, our patrol tags, it can be used as an accountability tool, as a safety tool, and just a way of making sure that everybody's gone to the correct place at the correct time and in the correct order. But we'll cover that in a future video.